Hey man, hold on. I gotta make sure the light right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy King Bear. Hey, make sure you guys check out the Match My Energy podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, yes,
That's
sir.
the Match My Energy podcast. Make sure you check it out.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying?
That's magic right there.
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
magic.
God.
It's only going up from here. Trust and believe that.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. I appreciate you, man.
Stupid ginger. That one didn't go down.
Gotta do shit.
This is how we start 2024. Yo, leave me alone.
Man, you're gonna be like, wow, 5 million.
Hold on. Why you not volunteer me for the ad batty on the podcast? Me not like that. Alright?
Nah. No. I walked into that one. No.
So you need to understand why he's saying no at this point. See, a certain friend and him, I'm not saying certain friend in disrespect, I'm just, episode 35 and on. It was a 4-part series from episode 35 to episode 39. These two geniuses said pretty much the opposite of what he said, right? So you see how he's saying nobody cares about the lyrics and everybody cares about the sound. I had that original point. Their point is that everyone cares about the
Our point was that to change the way the black culture is to change the lyrics. Because even though people listen to the sound, right? Even though they listen to the sound more, when they look up the song, they see the lyrics. Or if you type up on YouTube, when you type a song on YouTube, what pops up? Lyrical version. You see the lyrics, right? So lyrics are important. What I was saying is that even though people listen to sound has changed. Either way, no matter what, people are always gonna listen to sound. So at this point, you might as well change the words. That's what I was saying. Yes, they listen to sound way more, but if that's the case, and it doesn't matter us changing the sound, it would fall down to the lyrics. Because then it would stem to people who are going to listen to the lyrics. Because we know that people that listen to the sound are either ignorant or just don't care about the lyrics, which is what's causing a problem in our community, right? So at the end of the day, whether you change the sound or not, if the lyrics still stay the same as talking about, oh, I shot this nigga, this and that, blah, 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 this and that, oh, I'm from the hood, I just sell da-da-da, this and that, then it's like, it doesn't matter changing the sound because the lyrics are not changing. So they're going to hear it different. And how many times has the sound been changed? Sound's been changed so many times, people still listen to the sound.
But you see how magical it just naturally, like, you said it? You said my point.
I did.
You said my point so natural. I didn't even egg you on.
I know, but I didn't.
You just said it naturally.
I know, but I didn't disagree with your point in the first.
Oh no, you guys did.
No,
you guys did.
We were talking about change for the community, changing. That's what what you said about sound is correct. People listen to more sound than the lyrics. But what we were saying was that if no matter us changing the sound, it's not going to make a difference if the lyrics are the same. The lyrics has to say, because the sounds have been changed many over the years, many different times, and they still talk about the same thing.
You guys literally said if it didn't work, you want to get rid of rap music.
Yes.
1 year after, well, not 1 year after, but after the 1 year, does that still make sense to you?
Yes.
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking to them. Does that make sense to you that you just get rid of rap music completely? Do we get rid of our culture? Yes, no. Get rid of rap music? And mind you, the reason why I said that point and was proven too, My point was proven, Did you know that?
Who proved this?
Kendrick Lamar. And with what song? You know the song. Why? Because you've crypt walked to the song already. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. When Not Like Lust came out, you can't tell me that didn't change things, bro. And you see, even though the lyrics didn't change and it stayed the same, you see how important the sound is. Do you not see how important the sound is?
It made people dance to it.
Yes, but do you not see how it captivated the whole world and how it broke records in a day?
But that's fine. But
it proves my point.
But that's
It only proves the negative part to my point from what you were saying. That if you don't change the lyrics, it's just gonna stay the same. But do you not see how the sound is important? Is what my point was.
Yeah,
that was my point the whole time.
Yeah.
If the sound changes, it brings people in. So imagine if Kendrick Lamar dropped the same track like that back then, but it was more positive on a more vibe type of level, and you see how fast that went across the world. Imagine if he did the same thing. The same result would have happened.
But that sound that he dropped is not a new sound.
Yeah, but here's
a new sound for him.
No, but you're not seeing what I'm saying. When it comes to sound can be anything. It just has to sound good. It's not saying like sound like you create something new. My point that I was making in that episode is that you create something new. Yes, but you gotta keep in mind when you create something new, you gotta make sure that the people around you back it up, right? That's why I made my point about like the connection to like the Beyblade shit, right?
Yeah.
Because like what they did is that they all came together and made something that actually was like that was actually usable to make it work, and they made it work. Yeah. Is my point,
but
right?
I sent you a video of a Christian artist that's using the same jersey.
Yeah, but you need to understand is that nobody's really gonna back that. People's been sending me shit after that. People's been sending me all these like different sounds of like people pushing positive things. I'm like, it will never work. But nobody. Yes, they're gonna listen to it, but it will never work, and that's in that sense because you're pushing biblical information on the people. People are not receptive to it. People are going to listen, yes. Is it going to be a top charter? Never.
No, never.
I'm talking about sounds that will make things top charters. And you notice how the West Coast culture and West Coast sound has disappeared from the music industry, and it came back just like that, and it went #1 immediately. That shows the power behind good music.
What I'm saying is the same sound that we're hearing is the same sound going on to these Christian songs. Now,
yes, but it will never work. Okay, Christian's music will never be a top charter, ever. Even when Kanye West dropped Donda, part 1 and 2, there was a part 2 to Donda. When he dropped Donda, it might have went #1, but it never stayed. No. It never broke any records.
But do you see the problem? It's not in the Christian music. It's not even just talking about Bible. It's talking about how people have changed their lives, doing things for the better, helping.
Yeah, but like I said, they will never make that kind of music #1 ever. You're trying to say like there's a point to it, but my counterpoint is that. Because the music industry's been so corrupted over the years, it will naturally never happen. That's what I'm saying.
So if that's never gonna happen, then at this point, to fix the black community, we gotta get rid of hip hop.
And that's illogical to do. Because if you get rid of the root of the culture, you're gonna get rid of the whole culture by itself. Prior hip hop and prior rap, there was soul. There was disco music.
Okay,
there was like funk. There was R&B back then. There was groups. There was groups out there heavily like being pushed, like Temptations, and all those other kind of groups out there. I can't name them off the top of my head right now, but I listen to those kind of groups. I have a playlist that I made. But my point is that the culture really started with rap music. Rap music brought people together.
Rap or hip hop?
Okay, fine. Hip hop. Hip hop came before rap, right?
Yeah.
So hip hop music is really what brought the culture together.
The truth about it is rap was only pushed out and exploited to cause division in the black community.
No.
That's a fact. It's a fact.
No.
It's a fact.
No.
It's a fact.
That's not what originally what NWA did. Really? What they were rapping was bringing awareness. It was after to all the killings and shootings and all the like the unnecessary like harm to black people. They were bringing awareness to that.
Like how they? Give me an example.
Their hit song. Do you not watch Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah, I did watch Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, you didn't.
I did.
what's it called? The fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
Yeah.
That song, really? That's a prime example of what I just said. It's only after NWA's like how much of an impact they made is that it's the meeting between the labels the industry, the jailing system and the government when those three came together and had the meeting. It was only then after the music changed. Don't even try that because it's true. It's already been proven. You can go on your TikTok and see the same thing. A lot of people have been saying this. I've just heard this before TikTok came out. You need to understand that, bro. I'm telling you. It's only after when the three trifecta came together and had their meeting is when they changed the whole system to rap. And the whole music industry in general.
I pulled up NWA songs. Fuck the Police. Straight Outta Compton. Dope Man. Gangster. What are you talking about? Is it bringing awareness or glorifying it? No. Is it bringing awareness or glorifying it?
See, you're outside of the culture. You weren't there for it. It's completely different. You haven't lived it.
Which song?
Is what I'm saying.
Which song should I
You're
play?
just gonna sit there.
Which song should I play?
Stop. I'm serious. Stop. Okay? I'm serious. You need to understand. You never lived it. You were never in that realm of time. You will never understand how different it is back then to today. I was around. I was just young. I wasn't really too understanding of it until I growed up a little bit and I actually listened to the shit and noticed the documentaries and listened to how people were talking in the documentaries and explaining what was going on at the time to understand that the music, even though how it sounds back then was different, is that it brought more awareness than anything else at the time. You need to understand that. You weren't in that realm. You never put yourself into that realm and learned. You're just seeing it for what it is, and that's the problem with people when it comes to music. You have to it's not just about seeing for what it is, it's about understanding the music and why it was put out back then. Music today is different because nobody cares. It's just that they're just trying to be a top charter and just make as much money as they can off of one song and then keep it pushing. Back then, the music industry was completely different. The music industry back then, it actually brought people together.
So what has
our music today does not bring people together.
What has Fuck the Police done, bro?
Are you serious?
No,
that means you haven't watched Straight Outta Compton.
I have. I'm asking you in your opinion, what has Fuck the Police done?
Well, you got to understand. Back then, it actually kind of pushed the problem towards a solution faster than what has happened today. Because listening to that song, when I don't remember who said it exactly, but when they said they hate none of young nigga because I'm brown. Right? After the Fuck the Police portion. Right? Hearing that, like, you'll be like, okay, hold on a second. They're actually saying some shit here. Right? Now, you gotta keep in mind in a hit song, you can't say too much. Because if you say too much, it's not gonna be a hit song no more. So you gotta put little like portions in there where it says like, okay, da-da-da-da-da, this, da-da-da-da-da, that. Da-da-da-da-da, this, that, this. Example, right? That's usually how music is mapped out.
Yeah. You
gotta mix a little bit of bad and mix a little bit of good to actually reach people's ears. Right? Now back then it worked differently because it actually worked. And that song started to write only because the police thought, oh, this song is bad. Which is the same way of what you're thinking. The way you're thinking is how the police were thinking back then with that sound. But back then, they saw it completely differently. It's only because of the music today it makes you think about it like that. That's why.
So why didn't black people change from that?
Because of what I said. As soon as the industry came together with the government and the prison system, and they made that plan. After that, it ruined everything.
But apparently, wasn't Ice Cube one of the ones who signed the deal for that?
Not that I know of. No.
I watched a video. It said Ice Cube. Actually, there's a celebrity that talked about it. I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Charleston White or one of them.
Charleston White isn't a proper source when it comes to the music industry, right?
But I think it was more. I was reading something. Ice Cube signed a deal with the music industry, and Ice Cube was one of the ones who was one of the originators. No. But a lot of people sign deals in the music industry. I understand what your point is. My point is that. I don't know. Me personally, my point is that I've personally say that music, I don't think in general it made it. I don't think it was beneficial.
Like I said, you haven't put yourself into that realm. You have to watch the document. That's another problem with people today. They have short attention spans. They're not gonna sit there and listen to a 2-hour documentary. They're not gonna listen to a 2-hour interview. They're not gonna sit there and listen to someone actually speaking facts in, like, for example, in a book. They're not gonna read the whole book. They're just gonna paraphrase the book, right? They don't want to put the time into it anymore. But the reality is, those sources of information will actually help you understand what was happening at the time. So when it goes back to listening to those kind of music now, you're gonna understand it better than how you understand it now.
Okay, so in those times,
and you also need to understand back then with the police way different to what the police sites now today.
But it's more.
And you gotta also understand, like, a lot of those police officers, they're Caucasian individuals, men and women, right? But they were so distant from our culture that they never understand. Today is different. They're more understanding of the culture. But, like, the reality is, like, if you commit a crime, you commit a crime. But it also, like, when it comes down to police brutality and everything, Randy, it's just a little different, you know.
But Randy, besides the police, I heard NWA songs. My mom has played. They also call other black women bitches in the songs, you know?
What are you trying to get at?
What I'm trying to get at, is my main point in general. The lyrics, like you said that you said it was, looking at culture differently. Calling your own woman from your culture a bitch. Is that benefiting them? Calling them a hoe. Don't you see the problem with that?
But don't you see that also at the same time back then there were actually bitches and hoes, right?
But that's what.
And they're talking about the ones that were on the street, man. Come on, bro. And the groupies that be around them.
The ones on the street was inside the black community.
What are you trying to get at? These are life stories that they're talking about, bro.
I know, but what I'm saying is
keep it a band. If in a life story, if you actually have a bitch, and then she's living on the street, and she actually moves and acts as such. Same with hoes. If they move and act as such, and you're trying to tell a life story, you leave them out or you put them in.
No, don't talk about your own.
But you need to understand that, and a lot of women are confused about these things too. Is that women like that actually exist?
100%. 100%. There's women that out there that were bitches.
Yeah,
sure.
Yes, they actually exist. But the problem is that because the song is so glorified, and you gotta remember when it comes down to music is also, it's almost like hypnotizing, right?
Yeah.
So if you hear a certain sound in the lyrics that follows,
I hate how you said sound.
Yeah, because my point already been proven already, and it's been proven over the years. It's just that today it's been proven again. My point is the certain sound and the lyrics that goes with it. It actually hypnotizes almost. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. But the problem is that you have to break it down. Nobody's breaking down the tracks. Okay, you're just listening to the song. A lot of it, and also it depends on the artist too. A lot of artists today, they just don't care. Right? Okay, but there are artists out there that do, but they're still gonna use that kind of source and information and put into their songs. Why? Because those kind of people still exist today. Okay, but the disconnect is that when women hear those kind of songs and how it's glorified, they think people love it because of just face value of what it is. No, it's about what they see. That's the difference. And women need to understand is that, do you act like that? No. So why are you acting like that? And women also need to understand is that just because women out there that do act like that, it doesn't mean that you're supposed to act like that. If you're going to act like that, that means you're chasing something that you should not be chasing at all.
But you know some of those black women also got called bitches for just being very secluded and not giving up to a lot of.
That's just a problem within the artist itself.
That's
just called selfishness.
But
they just want to use something for what it is.
And a lot of their songs they talk about that too. When they say bitch, meaning everything, not only just always how they act. Sometimes if a girl's not giving it up, oh, this bitch didn't want to do this, or I can pull up some lyrics that are saying that back in those days and times. So it's not my point is that the sound has changed over the years.
Keyshawn, have you ever been around someone that just said they want a gal? They want a ting? Yo, where the gals at? Where the hoes at? You ever heard anybody say that kind of shit?
I have.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? You need to understand, in today's society, when a dude says where the hoes at, where the gal at, where the bitches at, it's the same thing what they're saying back then, it's just not as harsh. So what are we talking about? It's the same thing. So what are we really talking about here?
But where the girls at or where the hoe at? What sounds better?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It actually doesn't, because even though you say one or the other, it's still the same implication of what you want.
But then that's people ignorantly taking a word and putting it to what they want. Because if you look at the definition of a hoe, what is a hoe? What is a hoe? If you pull the definition of a hoe, it's not what a girl is.
No.
It's what a girl can be.
Yeah.
So when you're saying where the hoes at, right? You're talking about those type of women that are going to be hoeing around. Where are the hoes, not where are the girls? There's two different. That's a two different saying. It is not the same. It is not the same.
I don't know one nigga that says where the girls at, bro. They say where the hoes at, and where the hoes frequent is downtown Toronto. Come on, bro.
That's factual, but again,
bro, Toronto's literally ranked one of the highest cities in terms of hoes, bro.
Yeah, that's.
So what are we talking about here?
But again, hoes are pertain to the type of.
It doesn't matter about what they could be or not. It's that they're choosing that lifestyle. Nobody said you had to choose that. You're choosing it for yourself.
But if I bring a bunch of Christian girls and say, "Oh yeah, I'm bringing a bunch of girls to a house," and then you come, "Oh, where the hoes at?" How are those Christian girls gonna feel?
They're actually gonna feel disrespected.
That's what I'm saying. Because they're not that type of woman, a hoe. So
yeah, but okay, you got to keep in mind, like, yeah, they're not that type of girl. Though, if they're gonna get mad naturally, yes, but you don't have to take that shit to heart, because that at the same time, that kind of dude is just either so hungry for something, or he's just ignorant enough to say something stupid enough.
But that's what I'm saying. It was ignorant. So them back in the day saying, "Oh
yeah," but back in the day, plenty of people were ignorant, just naturally,
super ignorant.
Just naturally, people were ignorant.
But that's a lot of the black culture, ignorant.
See that right there? That's monetized. Okay. Monetizations has been happening over the decades, my guy.
Yeah, but if they were doing
it's just been done in different forms.
Yeah, but if they were doing that, if
ways.
they were being ignorant back then, like you said, back in the days, people were ignorant.
Basically, what I'm saying is that when it comes down to the negative portions of culture,
yeah,
that's the monetization of our culture. That's the results of monetization. The negativity, because people love negative shit.
100%.
It's been proven over the years. 100%.
That's got exploded.
Right? That's all it is.
But I'm saying before
because
you even
the core part of our culture is the togetherness and the family of it. It's only the negative shit that happens is what people try to put into the culture, and they keep putting in more negative shit over year after year after year, to the point where we are today, where the culture just doesn't make sense. And Kendrick Lamar mentioned this in the Heart Part 5. Where all the cheating and all the foolishness that happens, he said that's culture. When in reality, when he said that, it's meaning like, look at our culture today. That's not our culture.
No, but again, like that,
even with Drake, when he said, "I don't even care what song he said," when we talk about you rap like you try to free the slaves. The fuck is that then? What is that?
Wait, try like
you rap like you free the slaves in the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. When he said that, what's that then?
His style of rap.
What's that then? Nope. You see how we got him? You see how we got him? Don't try that shit, bro.
No, it's style of rapping.
You see the style of rapping? You rap like you free the slaves, but you black too. Boy, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Stop playing with me. That's your king.
Yeah, Drake.
That's your king.
No, Breezy's the king, but
that's your king.
Breezy's the king.
Rap like you free the slaves. Yeah, that's your king, no?
Yeah. My point is that either way you look at it, like you said,
Drake is a prime example of what you
but you just made a point. No, because you just made a point saying that the purpose of the black community, we're trying to get us to come back together. That music back in those times before it got exploited bad, NWA, that type of music was not bringing black people closer.
Yeah, because the government worked together with the prison system and the music industry to make that shit happen. But you said that was
before. You said before.
I said that was after.
Okay, but the songs before that, there were songs before that that's still talking about the same stuff.
No, bro. It wasn't prevalent.
It wasn't as big.
It wasn't prevalent. The biggest artists back then were literally the biggest artists back in the day were the artists that really talked about love and familyism.
And rapping or R&B?
Before hip hop came about. It was all love, literally.
Name an artist.
Are you serious?
No, I'm asking name an artist.
Teddy Pendergrass, Aretha Franklin,
Fair.
the freaking Temptations.
Fair.
What are we talking about?
Well, what genres of song? They're R&B.
Yes,
And that's why
R&B, soul, funk. It doesn't
100%.
matter.
I agree with you on R&B, soul, and funk, but rap specifically.
No, rap. Literally, rap was working after when NWA came out. Before, okay, hold on.
I'm saying is
what I'm saying is that after NWA came out, rap was still working. You need to understand that. Because they're bringing awareness to gang culture, right? Nobody was really understanding gang culture back then until you hear an NWA song. It was only after when the government, and like I said, the government, the prison system, and the industry came together and changed the industry so that you can funnel artists that do dumb shit in the streets from what's it called? From the industry to prison, and then after in prison, the government takes over and pretty much keeps them in there, and then corrupts the families, which only in turn makes a whole cycle that cycles more people into the prison. So they keep making more money off the prison.
What I said, but NWA, like you said, NWA brought it to light, right? Cool, they brought it to light, but what have they did to change to make it better?
You don't understand. Back then, there wasn't really a clear vision. It's just like, they need to talk about this. That was the main thing. They have to get their word out there. Because they never had a proper vision of what they were trying to do. It failed. 100%.
But the way humans are in general, the way we operate, we hear something and we act on it. So whether they were bringing acknowledgement to the gang, people there back then were hearing that music and wanted to go join a gang. They weren't running from a gang. They were joining gangs.
Yeah, because the complete opposite happened.
Exactly my point.
But like I said, that's only after, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm talking about before.
Because you need to understand, what NWA was doing, that's them, though. It was only the people that came out after them, or not necessarily the artists that came out after, but the artists afterwards, when the lyrics started to change and it got different and it got real violent. It was all people all these other artists out there just doing dumb shit and getting themselves put in jail, or getting other people put in jail because of their music. It's because the music changed back then. Because because mind you, NWA can't do it by themselves.
No.
NWA, they started a movement that went wrong. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. What they were trying to push wasn't what was pushed. No. Because I said, the trifecta came together and changed it. Because mind you, ghostwriters go back way back.
100%.
Okay, so mind you, a lot of these guys are given lyrics to say, and you see it in the shows and documentaries. The artists be like, "You really want me to rap this?" Because mind you, a lot of them don't live that lifestyle, right? So they're like, "Okay, if this bring a bag, cool," because they need money, right?
But actions speak louder than words. Eazy-E was a part of NWA, right?
Yeah.
What was Eazy-E doing? Before he's signing the deals, right? Like you said, before signing the deal, he was what? Sleeping with different girls, all this type of stuff, showing that type of image. So whether you say after the fact signing or before that, NWA was still showing an image that has strongly influenced the black community and made it for the worse, is what I'm getting at. So what I'm saying, and Eazy-E would talk about what he did in his songs with different women. So what I'm saying is that, in general, no matter how you look at it, the rap music has never benefited black people. It hasn't.
It did. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I disagree.
You're only seeing the negatives, bro. That's what I keep telling you.
Because
you keep seeing the negative behind it. You're not researching the positives. I see you on your phone trying to find shit.
No, I'm
You're
not.
finding the negative shit. I'm telling you. There's just as many positives as many negatives to these things. It's just that what realm are you trying to stay in? You're trying to stay in the negativity realm.
But
You're not looking for the positives and what it does.
But I'm speaking,
think about it like this. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar track that he dropped today, Not Like Us. Literally Bloods and Crips were dancing together. What the fuck? Back in the day, they used to kill each other off rip, but these dudes are dancing together.
But even before Not Like Us, there was another Crip song. I think that OT Genesis dropped.
Yeah, and before OT Genesis, it was YG.
Yeah.
And before YG, there was plenty other artists back then.
Yeah, the Bloods.
It's there. It's just not being shown. but not like us is showing it. Is what I'm telling you. You're looking at the negatives. You're not looking at. You're so focused on the negatives.
I'm not. I'm looking at their song lyrics.
Yes, and you're just looking at it face value, which means is what? Negative. You're
Okay,
not looking. You're not
so break this
looking
lyric down for me.
further.
So-
See, you stop. No, stop. Because what you're gonna read is gonna sound negative.
No. I want you, because you said break it down, right?
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about break the song down. I'm saying break what happened behind it down.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm gonna read you these lyrics. This is from a song called "She Swallowed It," right? This is one of them songs you can kick back and smoke a joint to and get real fucked up. I like to dedicate this one to all the lovely young ladies out there. Nice, positive. Oh me, I'm Easy E, alias A-hole taming motherfucker, and I want you all ladies to know something. I'd rather fuck with you all goddamn night, cause you're pussy good. Now I'm fucking all your friends, cause you ran your mouth like you knew you would. You were bragging to your friends saying Easy E knows how to fuck, so bring your ass in here and give me some so I can bust a nut. What? That's just one song, and I can pull up other songs that they talk about. Like you can't just pinpoint the good side. You have to talk about it as a whole, because that's what we're listening to. We're not listening to we hear one good song part of the song.
Yo, I'm gonna stop you right there, bruh. I'm sorry, but what you thought you said was on point, bruh. And a lot of dudes, and I'm speaking to the niggas out there, and the niggas can prove this. If your piece is nice, you know for a fact you're going through that friend group, bro. Keep it a band. Keep it a band. If your thing is stanging, you gonna go through that friend group. We go out because that friend group gonna talk about it. That's one of women's vices. That's a problem. Women love. But ooh, I can't speak the way I speak.
I get that, but my point being,
that's literally what he's talking about, a life experience with what he got and how he used it and how other women showed up to his door looking for what he got. So what are you trying to get at? Because you're trying to find something.
And that's what I'm getting at.
It's not working.
This is what I'm getting at. Now a teenager at that time is a big fan of NWA. Hears that song. What are they gonna do? They hear with the life that Eazy-E is living, having this old girlfriend group talking about that, and what they want to do, they want that life. So they're gonna go do that. Now they're gonna go fuck a friend, try to make sure it's all good to have that girl talk to her friends. Oh yeah, I'm just doing this and that. What I'm saying is their music is influential, right? Like you said. So NWA, you use NWA as a way to say that they were doing something for the black culture. All they did was bring light to share the gang lifestyle, the reason why for the gang lifestyle, but that's all they did. Everything else, they destroyed black culture. Because we should not be treating women like that.
And stop right there. Women should not be treating themselves like that.
Of course, but I agree with you, but it goes hand in hand. Again, remember, those women were only not only were they smashing Eazy-E because of Dick Game or whatever, but they were smashing them because they had money, they had the fame. So cool. If you have the fame, have the money, then you should be encouraging your black woman, to be different, be better. If you are engaging in the sexual actions with them, and then rapping about it on their this and that, what? You're no better. You're no better than the girl you're sleeping with. You're no better. So at the end of the day, and now look at our black culture nowadays, because that same type of talking is talking nowadays in same songs, different sounds, same different lyrics, but still talking about the same damn thing. And what it's doing, the black community is one of the biggest communities with the lowest relationship proper marriage rate. A lot of black guys are just sleeping with women, breeding them up, multiple women, and leaving them. And that stems down from generation to generation. So if Eazy-E and them were talking about this NWA, one of the first rap groups, then what? It what are you trying to get? Like what has it done for the culture other than the culture took that, and sure they might have added more negative and flipped it and made it worse. they made it worse.
I already told you, bro. Like, when it comes down to the negative portion of the black community, it's all monetized bullshit. They push the negative shit that people not necessarily wanted to hear at the time, but it bring that kind of shock value to music, where that it, mind you, like, shock, okay, you need to understand, when it comes down to, like, all these, like, variables to a song, shock value, beat selection, lyricism, all these things come down to making a song. So if you nail all the negative points in a right way, it's going to give you that kind of push to create something where it's going to be negative. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes down to, like, the lyrics, song choice, beat choice, all these things. Like, these all come down to, like, what's it called? It comes down to, like, what the song is, what it pushes, the negativity behind it, and how it is received to the community. Because yeah, like, it's prevalent with the black culture to this day.
To this day,
like,
yeah.
Like, it hasn't changed, but you need to understand, like, these things are pushed. These things are pushed.
I agree with you. I get
they push these things.
I get that it's pushed 100%.
Okay, so half the time it's not even our fault. Is that we have a good song that doesn't have anything like that in there. They're just gonna push the negativity onto that. That's the marketing behind it.
And I agree.
So they're just marketing negativity to us. That's it.
I agree.
They're marketing our own negativity to it. And you need to understand, if you get rid of all of it, the rap music is gonna fumble down all the way to the ground. I promise you. You need the negatives and the positives to make it work. With just as many negatives out there, there's just as many positives. It's just that media pushes negativity more onto people than positive shit. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, but reality, the world focuses on negative stuff more than positive.
Yeah, but
at the end of the day, so you giving positive and negative is not making a difference, because the world. Look at the news as an example. They show a little good stuff on the news. There's good stuff in the world. But what does the news show? The news shows there's a killing almost every day. They broadcast, I think, all the bad shit in the world, and they rarely broadcast the good. So at the end of the day, whether it's music, whether it's media, whether it's in real life, the bad is relationships. When you see a lot of people our era, when they see a good couple walking in public, they're like, oh, like, I want something like that. Oh, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You know, they could be arguing and all this type of stuff.
But that's true.
But see, again, instead of seeing them hold hands being happy in public,
you do need to understand. Walking in the mall is different from seeing it on the phone. My point is that when you see it on the phone, you see people act happy. It's a lot different than actually seeing people being happy, right? But because people are so glued to their phones, they're gonna sit there and see something on their phone, and when they see it in real life, they're gonna think like, oh, they're probably on some bullshit. They're probably acting for everyone else because they don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a lack of information people have. It's all boiling down to lack of information. That's it. Because all these things are like, all this shit is negative. You're just gonna see for all the shit that's just negative. When the reality is, like, it's a lack of information that you understand, lack of information that you know, and a lack of information that you're gonna go out there and actually find. Yeah. People are just seeing things for face value. That's all it is. 100%. Nobody's doing the time. No one's taking the time doing the research to actually sit there and say, oh, hold on a second. There's more to this than just this.
Which is what I find funny, because I seen a video the other day, a guy, I forget who it was, but a guy was saying, it was talking about a relationship. This guy signed a contract with his wife. They both signed a contract that they will never argue in public. Their arguments will be at home. They will never bring up their issues to another partner, or to another friend. They would keep it in them. They cannot go to bed mad. If they go to bed mad, or they disrespect any of the rules, they have to put money in a jar for the other person. But what they were really telling you is that your problems and situations get dealt with at home, but you don't take it outside with you, and you don't go to bed with it, right? So people who are cuddling in public, holding hands, they might have their own issues in their home that they're dealing with, that they're working on, but that's not something that you should focus on. What you should focus on is two people enjoying their company, loving each other out there. Why are you focusing and thinking about, oh yeah, there could be stuff becoming in? That's what I'm getting at, is that humans in general always think about the negative brace for the negative all the damn
Because
time.
the negative shit is being pushed every day.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying
it's up to us to change it and make it positive.
100%. So your point saying that you have to have a little good and a little bad, it doesn't really matter because the people are focusing on the clearly through to statistics and how it's looking at. People are focusing on the bad
No,
and they're
but you
doing
don't
the bad.
understand now. Okay, you say that now, right? Now the reason why these things are being marketed because these things make money.
Yeah.
Okay. Negative shit that happens around the world makes money. That's how the world.
Because money makes the world go round.
Yeah, exactly. Now, because the money is ruling the world, it's gonna take a lot to change the narrative.
Yeah,
okay?
we would have to change our complete minds to be unmaterialistic and focus more on values. But again, everybody is materialistic to a degree. Everybody is materialistic.
But all I'm saying is, like, to that point, like, it's gonna take a lot. We're not the kind of people that come together anymore like back in the day.
Nope.
Okay, so like it's gonna take a whole lot. Like people don't understand. This is a generational battle at this point.
It is.
Nobody's down for this shit.
No.
Nobody's down for this kind of generational battle.
It is what it is. And remember, the only reason why they really came together back then was to combat the police brutality and stuff like that and the racist stuff. Cool, all good. They're doing that nowadays. Black Lives Matter. Black people coming together. But
Black Lives Matter does not work for black people. I ain't gonna hold you. They took that money and gave it a bunch of.
No, I know. I'm not even talking about the money. I'm talking about the movement in general, right?
That movement failed.
I know it failed.
Because they took the money that people donated and gave it away.
But besides
those two women, those two devils, they gave the money away from the community that was bleeding. The community was bleeding money and giving it to them. It was literally blood money, and not blood money based on drug money. Blood money in terms of this is all I got. Yeah. And they gave that money away to a bunch of...
Yeah, no, I get that. But what I'm saying is that no matter if it's Black Lives Matter or the Rodney King situation, black people only come together when it's another race doing stuff to us. When it's our own race doing it, we do not care as much.
Yeah, because we've been told to not care by media.
So we've been told to not care about our own stuff, but care about another race doing stuff to us.
Yeah. That's what media pushes, literally.
But that's what media pushes, what we're experiencing in our communities. We should change that. But we're not going to change that.
Yeah, but it's up to us to change that.
This
is what I'm saying. Like that's why I always bring up 80s and 90s and 2000 shit. Because around that realm, that's when you can really see how we should be moving. It was only the outliers out there, the negative shit out there, is what changes it. But how we were moving back then is really how we should be moving today. If not further to the positive than being further to the negative.
I agree.
That's the problem, right?
I agree. That's why I said that's why me personally, I said get rid of rap and keep R&B. And the reason why I say that is because, like you said.
But here's the problem now. R&B has changed to the point where it includes
exactly,
rap.
And well, even besides.
So at the end of the day, you're still gonna have rap, even if you get rid of rap.
Yeah, but even still,
you have to get rid of the concept of rap, and that will never work.
Okay, but even so hypothetically, we'll get rid of rap in general. Even the hypothetical, we'll just leave R&B singing, right? Now R&B today, back then was all about love, and now R&B is all about lust. So
but R&B today, R&B today now, is not even traditional R&B from back in the day.
It's not.
What's her name? Pink Pantress or whatever her name is?
Yeah.
She's like in an interview. She's like, "Oh, we got to get rid of runs because they're pointless." That's the most important part of an R&B song. That shows the love. That's literally the love an artist puts. And runs are literally the definition of a run, pretty much, to make people understand, is literally an artist putting love into the song.
Yeah, 100%.
And she's saying, get rid of that. An R&B artist. That's a problem by itself.
Yeah, and the lyrics that are being talked about in R&B now compared to then is completely different. It's completely different.
Yeah. So you can't really change.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's why it takes a lot to change. Why? Because you have to go up against UMG. Vince Staples said it. When people asked Vince Staples about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, he didn't care. Because there's still a battle out there that you have to fight, and that's with UMG.
Yeah.
You have to fight that.
Yeah, but even
that conglomerate of people, you have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
and they're already well put together, and we have nothing.
But like, okay, fair enough. But now, say all those, what is it, those labels, the labels are done. They fall off, right? They're done. They're done or whatever. This is a hypothetical, right? Now, the music that we already have gotten up to this point, are we, as black people, going to do something different? Or are we going to stick to what we know? And that's the artists making the music, including, are the artists going to make better music, or are they going to make music that's going to give them money from their listeners? Not from the labels, from the listeners. They're going to make...
Are you saying when the labels are gone and done with everything,
are we going to change?
my question is, how together are we at that point?
No, I'm talking about this day, like this day and age now.
Yeah,
Those-
but I'm basing it off your hypothetical now, because
Yeah.
in your hypothetical, it says the labels are gone.
Yeah.
So you're saying UMG's gone at that point.
On the UMG.
So if UMG is gone, it disappeared, and you're asking black people now, are we going to change
Are
what
we
we
gonna
say
change?
or not? And my question to you is, are we at a point where we are together or separated?
Well, we would be, well, technically, if we're going off
Because
of...
you got to think about it. If
Yeah.
UMG is gone, that means UMG did they completed their plan, and that's completely the vibe.
And they do their dance. Yeah, they do their dance.
That's why I ask, are we together at that point?
In this state in
Because
time,
you
we would be
don't
not
under-
together, no?
Because you need to understand, if UMG's gone and you're asking that question, that means we are not together.
Yeah.
Meaning that it could get worse.
Yeah.
So what's your point?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna get worse. So my point being
Yeah,
is that
sometimes things have to get worse for it to get better. That's all it is. Because if it's on a downhill and there's no chance of it going uphill, maybe it has to fall down the
But I'm
hill
saying
so
that-
far that it has no choice but to go up.
But I'm saying we still have social media. The artists who made the music, ran by UMG, are still there. They have every opportunity to make better music to change, right? Are those artists gonna make better music to help the community?
Well, first it depends on who are our top artists at the time, right?
Well, we have to
who do
talk about top.
who do we have currently as our top artists?
We have Chris Brown, Beyonce. We have Drake. We
You
have.
know, damn well, as much as people love Chris Brown's music, he will never be a top artist.
For the R&B culture, he's a top artist. There's no.
For R&B culture, he might be the top artist, but he's not the number one artist.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that, but yeah, but R&B is still part of the
So
music.
people are going to listen to that number one artist, and because of what he did to Rihanna, he will never be a number one artist. No matter how good his music is, he's gonna get his flowers. He's gonna get his appreciation.
Yeah.
He will never be that number one artist people need to listen to.
No, that's fair. But what I'm saying is that he still influences the community to a high degree.
You're not wrong. It's just that
Well, that's
it's a big portion of the community, but it's not majority.
and I'll quick on
Because
majority.
if it was majority, people would understand what happened a long time ago. Everybody has changed from that point. People have grown up. The only people that haven't grown up are the people that still talk about dude to this day in a negative light, even though his actions have showed that he's changed. The only reason why you still see him in the news is because people still try to bug him and mess with him. But nobody sees it for that. They just see it as a violent black man
No,
just
I
doing
agree
bullshit
with
on
you.
TV.
But when I'm talking about like number one artist as an influential, Chris Brown's still heavily listed. His album his Breezy album went number 3 that year that it came out. Right, his R&B album 1111 was number 1 for the R&B charts as an album as a whole. So it's still affecting a lot of the community. So what I'm saying is that he's considered top. Chris Brown, Drake. We have not even Jay-Z doesn't do it anymore, but we have Kanye West still at the top, kind of. We have Eminem who's still making music. Oh no, but Eminem's he's not black. Pardon. What else? What other top artists? We have Kalani for R&B. Big Sean. We have who else? I can't even really name any really top.
What are you trying to get at?
What I'm trying to say that is, will they change their music to make the community better or not?
Are they going to come together to make it work?
Or are they going to go off what's going to pay them more from us, the listeners?
Yeah, they're going to stick to the individual ways. They're not coming together.
That-
Back in the day, when friggin' all those artists came together for that "We Are the World" song,
Yeah.
you have never seen shit like that happen
It
ever
won't.
again.
It won't.
There was a time when people like some people tried to bring it back. It never worked.
No.
I listened to the album. Like, it was good, but it wasn't good to the point where it's gonna make a difference.
Yeah.
And it just showed like how much like, man, like we're falling so far with the culture. Like, it's just embarrassing.
But we are the world. We are the world. It consisted of artists that were not in the R&B.
That's what it takes, bruh.
That's
what it takes.
I agree with you.
The whole point of this whole like conversation is like you're gonna have to team up with people that are kind of outside of the culture to kind of help you push the culture.
100%.
Right.
100%.
But now it's a little different now because like the music today is so vast and advanced. And let me take that part out. It is not advanced at all. But because like there's so many different artists out there, and I'm gonna speak on that advanced portion in a second. Because there's so many different artists touching so many different genres, you can actually do a We Are the World kind of like album.
Yeah.
But you're gonna need your top artists all together in one room to produce songs together. Or at least do one song together on some positivity shit.
Yeah.
To make it work. And that will never happen.
It's not.
At all. Okay, like because they're gonna worry about the money. They're gonna worry about all this nonsense that you really don't need to worry about because they're all rich. But because they want more money, like makes them greedy. Because you're greedy, you're not on some wholesome shit. You're not on some positive shit. Okay, so that shit will never work. Okay, it's up to the next generation to fix that.
But about the next year, I agree with you. With next generation,
they already tainted the next generation.
Exactly, they already tainted.
So you gotta pray that the next generation or the generation after is gonna fix it, or even you have to wait a couple generations. That's all it is. Shit, bro. And let me talk about that advanced part for a second. Our music is not advanced. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Like, what do you mean? In what sense?
Keyshawn, we have the best producers in the world. We have some of the greatest sound equipment out there. We have some of the greatest production like companies out there. We have some of the greatest studios in the world.
Yeah.
But we can't make music as good as the 90s when they made shit on fucking wooden boxes. Think about it. All the music that's put out today has no longevity compared to all the songs that came out in the 90s and the early 2000s, even going back to the 80s and 70s. The music is they made timeless music, my guy.
Yeah.
And they had wooden boxes for friggin' synthesizers and friggin' all that shit.
Yeah,
bro.
but that's based off of.
But look at bro. Look at the equipment that we have today, and we can't even make music as good as back then.
We can't make it. We don't want to.
No, we can't. We literally can't.
But
it's not about want anymore. We can't, because if we wanted to, we would have done this a long time ago.
No, but they're not.
So
but
if they can't do it, then they just can't do it.
No, I agree. I say they don't want to do it because
keep it a band. The only person that we've really seen, and we both agreed that we've really seen that make music that's timeless, his name is Chris Brown. Okay.
Factual.
Okay, there's not a lot of artists that are on that caliber of artistry. Okay, and mind you, like his art, his music goes all over the world because of all the genres that he's touched.
100%.
And there's so more genres that he's able to to use and like utilize, right? Like nobody is on that level of artistry. So the reality is that they can't do it. Because Chris Brown is proving that he can do it.
Yeah.
It's possible to make timeless tracks.
100% possible, but again, his style of music is R&B. And it's
his R&B, but he's a rapper. He's in the hip hop realm.
Yeah.
Because he's already put out freestyles.
I know he has.
Okay, like.
But people don't know him for freestyles. Only the fans know him for freestyles.
No, I disagree. I knew that he can freestyle just because I watched the BET Awards. He was in a cipher it was either the BET Awards or the Hip Hop Awards. He was in a cipher. He rapped his ass off in that cipher. He used an old school flow in that cipher, and it worked for him so well.
Yeah.
Like he's already shown his hip hop capability.
So if Chris Brown could do it, other artists can do it.
No, they can't do it. They don't want to put in the time. They're too lazy. Beyonce's different because keep in mind these are seasoned artists I'm talking about. I'm talking about new artists. They don't want to do this shit, bro. They're just there to make some money and cut.
100% because that's what the generation likes. They don't want.
That's what the industry is pushing.
That's
it's not about what the generation can like whatever they want to like, but it's the music industry pushing what people should like. Mm-hmm. That's why you see Ice Spice everywhere shaking her bum more than actually making a proper song. Yeah. She covered Sean Paul's track. I don't even care what track she covered. It was probably like either like Give Me the Light or something. Or
she did a remix off that?
She did a cover off it. It was so shit, bro. From when I saw the promo video for it, and when the song dropped, I've never heard anybody talk about the song.
No good.
Nobody talked about it. You put out some hot trash.
Hot trash is.
What the hell, bro? It's just disappointing, bro. At this point. So I'm just.
My thing is that there's no like the black community. I don't. Like yeah, I agree if you all come together, but it's not.
But like I said, when I gave that example from Beyblade and people like literally, it's so like you can get this example from anything. But reason why I say Beyblade is because they touch on the technical portion of making a good product. That's the only show that's done that. Yeah. They've looked at the statistics and they use the statistics to make something proper that can combatant what's going on today. So if we can't come together to do something like that, there's no point.
There's no point. And that's why there's no saving us. There's absolutely no
We have to save ourselves.
I know. And we don't want
to. And if we don't want to come together, then there's no point. That's the whole point of our black culture is the togetherness. They're able to come together and be together around family and be around each other. That's why we had the best cookouts in the world.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we can't even have a cookout because someone's going to fucking call the police on us for no reason. Talking about, there's some bullshit happening over there. The police should come and check it out. No. It's just a family coming together, having food and breaking bread with each other. Mm-hmm. They ruined our shit, bro. That's all it is. But, man, that's the end of the conversation. It's probably like 2 hours at this point. And it's getting dark out, so.
Hey, but it was intellectual, no?
Huh?
It was intellectual.
It was good. It was as good as my last conversation with Sean. Because we had an in-depth conversation. It was a 2-hour conversation about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. I got 2 episodes out of that.
Oh, true.
So we really broke it down. And mind you, in that episode, I had so many facts and points on my phone, and everything I was saying was off the top of my head, and we still had a good conversation.
Yeah.
So it was as good as that one. I'll say that much.
And those Redeeming just kind of went up for our own facts and knowledge.
Yeah, of course. Mind you, a lot of things we said, like, we could have said some shit that's wrong, but the point is that the conversation's being made.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the important part. That's why I do this. I want to push conversations. You know, like, and this is an ongoing conversation as well, like, about culture. Yeah. Like, it's only me and you here. Imagine when we have, like, new faces in here. New people in here to talk about it, you know? That's meaningful shit.
It is. I want better for the black community, but I don't see
we
it.
all do. It's just that we're not able to come together to really push the thought. Yeah. We're just saying things. We're not really doing anything. Like, that's why I say every time, like, people are always talking about things nowadays, like, what are we doing? I'm always asking, what are we gonna do? We're having all these arguments. What are we gonna do? What we trying to say? What's the motivation? What we gonna go out and like achieve? That's the kind of questions I ask. Right? Like, forget the argument now. What are we gonna do? All right, but that's the end of that, bro. This episode done at this point, bro. It's long enough. Y'all can enjoy it. I'll probably cut up into like 2-3 portions. And then call it a day. But yeah, this was a good conversation. That's all I can say. So, appreciate you. That's crazy.
Thank you guys all for tuning in.
That's crazy.
That's another Match My Energy podcast.
That's so crazy. That's so wild.
Oh shoot, No, I didn't even see your hand. I did not even see your hand.
That's so.
I did not even see your hand.
But that's what makes Match My Energy so great. Subscribe to us on the Flexing Mind Network, alright?
I didn't even see your head.
That's wild, bro. Holy. That's been another conversation. Y'all take care of yourselves. Have a good day. Make sure to like, comment, share,
Subscribe.
Subscribe for real, for real. I'm a little under the weather. I'm not my greatest, but I still did it. This is my Jordan moment.
We didn't even introduce ourselves. I
don't care.
I feel like they know us. They know. You know who we are.
Yeah, all right, they know. But yeah, you can cut that.